All right, so what did we learn this episode? What we learned is that Annabeth and Grover both are excited and think that Talia can be saved with the Golden Fleece because, well, the Golden Fleece saved Annabeth, and Kronos told Luke that the Golden Fleece can bring him back. But for some reason, bringing Talia back is a bridge too far. Now, whether it just heals the tree or actually brings Talia back, still, we know that she's able to communicate. So, why didn't she at the beginning? Very strange. Probably because she was poisoned, but I mean, it's not the first time that Annabeth has communicated with the tree. So, and we find out that Percy is much more mentally strong than Luke because every time Kronos talks to him, he doubles over in pain. And Percy's like, fuck you. So, yeah. And interesting. Kronos told Luke to kill the son of Poseidon. My question is, which one? I'm pretty sure Kronos at this point, or Luke, or both, know that Tyson is also the son of Poseidon. So, which one are we going to attempt to kill? Now, I realize they mean Percy because Kronos is super pissed at Percy for not succumbing to his will. But at the same time, technically not very specific. So, because it seemed like Kronos was actually sending, the Keystone Cops, not after Annabeth, but Kronos was worried that Luke was going to turn because Annabeth was telling him about Talia. And now, I don't know if this happened later after Kronos admitted, or Luke is just really, really bad at, talking to people that could literally kill you. Is, why didn't you tell me that the Golden Fleece could help Talia? Which I don't know why Kronos lost his mind for that. I mean, the tone maybe. But, I mean, like Luke pointed out, Talia has no love for the gods. But maybe Kronos understands that, like Annabeth, that just because she doesn't like the gods doesn't mean she'll be totally cool with the Titans. So there is that. So Grover and Annabeth, like I said, are thrilled at the thought that they could bring back Talia, and Percy not so much, because saw that vision of Talia. Now I'm personally thinking that Percy misunderstood that scene. She was probably, going to shoot at him with that laser beam or lightning or whatever the hell, because again, daughter of Zeus. But I think it's because oh, my light just went out. Let me pause you for a moment. Okay, the light's charging, so hopefully it doesn't go out on me again. So where was I? So, I'm thinking Percy's misunderstanding what he saw. Because let's face it, the whole point of this season is prophecies don't necessarily mean what you think they mean. And in this case, I'm pretty sure that she's going to save camp. That the people he sees are not the denizens of Camp Half-Blood, but the people who have, the demigods who have shown their loyalty to Kronos. And I would love to see what exactly they, did Kronos persuade them? Did Kronos persuade them? Did Kronos force them? Because if you look at Luke, it seems like he's forcing him to, bending him to his will. Or maybe it's a combination. That he was persuaded, and then, oh, by the way, he's going to force you to stay with him. That this isn't something that you can just change your mind at some point. So that's a possibility, because he's not attacking Percy the way he attacks Luke. And personally, the reason is that Percy isn't succumbing to him. He isn't believing his bullshit. I'll explain the prophecy to you. And, Percy's like, yeah, no thanks. So, by the way, did he manage to get Annabeth's cap back? I'm assuming that he had the time, but it's not something that is that was established. So yeah, in this case, I think Talia is taking out the demigods. Because, like Annabeth pointed out to Percy, or to Luke, I should say, we don't leave our own. We don't forget our own. So, it might not be so much that she gives a shit about Camp Half-Blood, but that she cares about Annabeth, who cares about Camp Half-Blood. So, there is that through line. That if she has to pick between Luke and Annabeth, that she's going to pick Annabeth. Well, for one thing, her brain isn't clouded by whatever the hell Kronos said, because he doesn't have to turn her against the gods. She already doesn't like them. So, but that doesn't mean she's going to help Kronos. So, yeah. Yeah, so I think that she's going to side with Annabeth. And so I think that even though Percy's unhappy, he's concerned about what Talia will do. I'm thinking it's a misread of his vision. And because he was standing in Talia's way, she of course attacks Percy. But in real life, he's not going to be standing in her way because, she's going to be protecting them. Or it's a matter of, he's not a big fan of killing. So it might be not that he's standing with these people, but he doesn't want Talia to indiscriminately kill people either. That's a possibility too. I did love how it started off that Clarice was going to go after the Golden Fleece, and I called it. Annabeth agreed that, yes, the Golden Fleece is more important than Annabeth. But she started off going after the Golden Fleece, and Percy went looking for Annabeth, and they suddenly went opposite. Like, Clarice overheard that they were going after Annabeth, so she wanted to stop them, and Percy went after the fleece. Because while he was hidden, he heard Annabeth say, go get the fleece and bring it to me. So Percy's like, good idea, and walks off, except for the part about you have to open a door. And, it's not like they wouldn't notice that. Yes, they're going to notice that you opened a door. So there's that. Let's see what else. So now Tyson at first, he first jumps a car. Not jump is not the right word. I'm blanking. I know what it's called, but I'm blanking on the word right now. He can't drive, but he knows how to steal a car. So he doesn't know how to drive. Grover doesn't know how to drive. My question is, why come up with that idea then? Why come up with the idea of hot wiring a car? Yay, thought of it. Why even think of hot wiring a car if you can't drive it? So, I mean, let's face it. Last season, Percy didn't know how to drive. He figured it out. So, not well, but he did kind of figure it out. So, then they decide that they're going to call Mom. Because, let's face it, if you're a kid in a jam, you call Mom. Now, I'm assuming Tyson pretended to be Percy because he didn't want to get Percy into trouble for getting Tyson in a jam. I don't know. But because it made no sense to me that he would do that. And then Grover took over. And the look on that deli worker's face when she said, I've been a mom of a demigod for 13 years and a mom to a cyclops for 1. So now we know how old Percy is supposed to be. He's supposed to be 13. Obviously, the actors are not 13. But he's supposed to be 13. So Mom is the one who... But why did Percy not recognize it? I mean, maybe he kind of sort of did. It's like, who's driving? And it's Mom. And the look on his face is like, oh, shit. Because he thinks he's going to be in trouble, which, fair. And he's just dragging his feet. It's like, get in the damn car, dummy. Ask your questions in the car. I mean, it's like, what, do you want Luke and Kronos to catch up with you? I'm really liking Clarice more and more because she's being less of a hard ass. I mean, she's still a bit of one. She still has her moments. But she's also loyal to Percy and his friends. Because even though she tries to claim she doesn't have friends, blah, 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 she does like these guys. She does feel loyalty to them. Whether it's because she sees them as friends or fellow members of Camp Half-Blood who all want to see Camp Half-Blood survive. Whatever it is, she... Now, the horse. I wasn't quite sure. Did he say Blackjack is his name or Flapjack? I'm not sure. I forgot to look that up. But I knew that when Percy saved him, that we would see him again. That there was no way that it was just going to be, okay, dude, you're on your own, and never see him again. Beautiful, beautiful horse. Beautiful Pegasus. And, so, but why did he know to protect Clarice and Annabeth? I mean, does he have some sort of a connection with Percy besides just, I mean, he did get to learn his name, which we didn't hear. So the conversation probably lasted longer. So he probably knew about Annabeth and Clarice. But either way, he helped them out, which was awesome. And Clarice is riding him home with the golden fleece, and they're driving. Now, Annabeth has given Tyson permission to come to Camp Half-Blood, but what's going to become of Mom? They're not going to try to kill her again, are they? Because Kronos wants him to take down Camp Half-Blood, where the only person who can't defend herself is Mom. I mean, she does have Tyson. I mean, she also has Percy and Annabeth and Grover, but mostly Tyson because, well, it's kind of hard to kill a Cyclops. But still, I mean, we know she's brave. We know that. I mean, Grover told her what happened, and she's like, okay, I'm gone. Instead of, what the hell? I'm not getting involved. So we know she's brave. And she did protect Percy and Grover the first time they tried to get to Camp Half-Blood and a monster attacked. So, granted, she was saved by Hades, but still. She was, she was willing to give her life for Percy. So I have no doubt that she wouldn't be willing to do that again, but I don't think at least I hope that they don't try to kill her off again. So yeah, one more episode. So we'll see if it works. If the Golden Fleece works. Now, so far, Annabeth has not been proven wrong about anything. Even though, they made Mom to be just as wise as Annabeth, because we need someone who's strong and wise and this and that. It's like, Mom. Let's call Mom. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. And then what happens to Talia after that? Does she decide to stay at Camp Half-Blood? Or does she decide that she's going to, leave after that? And because she doesn't want anything to do with Zeus. So, is she going to leave and only return sporadically if, I don't know, if Annabeth calls and they need some extra help? Or what's going to happen? It's possible that because of the friendship that she had with Luke, that she might want to stay, not so much because of her being a demigod, but because she wants to save Luke from Kronos. That's a possibility. Let's see what else is there. I think I covered everything I wanted to in this episode. So with that, I will see you guys in the next video.